In this video, we are going to focus on basic implementation of graph using adjacency list in C#. So now first, let's look at an undirected graph. In this graph, you can see that we have 4 vertices. So we will need some way to store these 4 vertices. And then there are, we can see an edge from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 3 to 2, right? So we know that in an undirected graph, the direction is not important. So an edge between node 0 and node 1 means that we can go from node 0 to node 1 and also from node 1 to node 0. So we'll have to make sure that we represent this in our code. So in the diagram, you can see we have a list of 4 vertices, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 8 edges. Why? Because we have to explicitly mention that we can go from node 0 to node 1 and also from node 1 to node 0. So you will see for each edge, we have the reverse added as well. So for 1 and 2, we can also go from 2 to 1. 1 and 3, we can also go from 3 to 1. And similarly, from 2 to 3, we can go from 3 to 2. So this is the undirected graph. Now let's look at a directed graph again. We have taken the same example, same 4 vertices, only in this case, we have given the direction. So we can go from node 0 to node 1, from node 1 to node 2, from node 2 to node 3. We can also go from one node to node 3. So we have 4 edges in a directed graph. So let's see how we can implement this in C#. With a very simple adjacency list implementation. So like we mentioned, we'll have a class. We will define an integer variable to store the number of vertices v, and then we will define an array of list. In our case, our nodes are numbered from 0 to n minus 1. So this is how we are going to store an array of list. So in our constructor, we'll initialize our variables. So we have to pass how many vertices does our graph have. And then in here, we will define our adjacency list. We'll create it, and then we'll also define a loop to traverse from each vertex. We'll initialize the array member to the new list. Then for the undirected graph, like we know, if there is an edge from node 0 to node 1, it means that we can traverse from node 0 to node 1 and also from node 1 to node 0. So when we are adding that edge, we have to make sure we add both the edges, 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. So this will take care of that. But for a directed graph, the direction is very important. So we will end up adding a single edge from source to destination. This code will ensure that we can only go in a particular direction. So this is a very simple implementation of a graph in C#. Now, if we want to print a graph, what do we have to do? We have to traverse like from each node. What we have to do is we have to check for every edge. From that node, we'll just print that edge. So this is a very basic implementation of graph using adjacency list in C#. Thanks for watching.